So to first get started with the shrimp and grits, the star of the show. Actually, I think it's more secondary because honestly, me personally, I think the grits are the star. They're the one that carry the meal. But we're gonna get started on these shrimp nonetheless. So I'm just gonna take a tablespoon of a Nutri oil. I have some olive oil that I'm just pouring over top of these shrimp. Get a little toss just so everything's coated. I'm gonna take 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. It's kind of funny that I like shrimp and grits as much as I do, being from Indiana. It's not really something that's just seen around Indiana, but I'm trying to remember the first time I had them. I can't tell you exactly where, but I just knew I loved them from that point. And the thing that's also funny about it is I really only eat grits with shrimp and grits. Or if I do a braised short rib, then I'll have some grits. But those are about the only 2 times you're gonna see me eat grits. But something about this dish, I love it. Now we're just gonna finish with a little salt and pepper. I already put the pepper on. I'm over here reminiscing, I already forgot what I was doing. Then again, like I always say, no glove, no love. We're gonna glove up. Let's get a little toss on this so we can get all of our shrimp coated. Now that we got our shrimp seasoned, let's get working on this dish. We're still working on the shrimp right now. So I have 1 link of andouille sausage that I've just cubed up. And what I'm doing right now is just kind of letting it get a little saute on, get a crisp on this. And then that fat that comes out of here, that's gonna stay in the pot, is what I'm gonna cook the shrimp in. And then when I pull all that out, then we'll get started on the grits. This is gonna be a 1-pot cook. So now that we got this andouille with a little bit of fry on it, it's a little crispy, I'm just gonna take it out and put it in a separate bowl. This whole time I was sitting here cooking this, I'm still racking my brain on when the first time I had shrimp and grits. I'm thinking I probably had them sometime up north, and it was such a different flavor for me that I had to try them again. But now that I live here in the South, it's taken it to a whole nother level. I've been to the Carolinas, love it over there. I've been to Alabama, love it over there. There's just something about shrimp and grits in the South. So now our pan's still hot, our seasoned shrimp. It's gonna throw it right in here. Get a nice little cook on all these. I'm gonna put them down just one at a time. I don't want them on top of each other because I want to get a nice sear on them. And we're just gonna go for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Y'all probably gonna hear me cough because the spice that's gonna come off these is gonna come up in the steam, and there's gonna be a few coughs, but don't worry, it's normal. So pro tip, personally, it's like twofold. When I go to a restaurant, I hate seeing tails on my shrimp because I don't want to put my hands in my food, but when I'm cooking, I love to leave my tails on my shrimp because it keeps them from getting that tight curl when you cook them. So now we got our andouille sausage cooked, we got our shrimp cooked. Now to the star of the show. I put in a tablespoon of butter. I got half a white onion, or half a yellow onion, I should say, sorry. I got 3 cloves of garlic. And then I got half a red bell pepper and half a green bell pepper. So we're gonna go all this in here. I'm gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes till it gets nice and soft. And then we'll start adding in seasonings and our broth. So now we're just gonna take those same seasonings that we did with the shrimp. We're just gonna use a little bit less of them. About half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, By doing this, I'm just layering the flavor so you get all the same flavor at every single level. A little bit of paprika. And a little Cajun seasoning. Salt, or pepper, I should say, sorry. A little pinch of salt. We're gonna let this all cook for another minute or so, just all these flavors get to be in here. Then we're gonna take this off the heat, and then we'll get working on these grits. So now I'm just gonna take all my bell peppers, onion, and garlic out. If you don't get them all out, it's okay. It's all going right back in the pot. But I like to take these out first so I can whisk in the grits. Less stuff in the pot, make sure I'll have a little bit smoother grit. A good rule of thumb is for every 1 cup of stone ground cornmeal that you use, you're gonna use 2 cups of liquid. So I like to start with 3/4 cups of chicken stock. And then I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And then I'm gonna do a full cup of milk. I have a cup of stone ground yellow cornmeal. So you just want to slowly incorporate this while whisking at the same time, because if you don't, you're gonna get lumpy grits. So as each little shake, I'm gonna just keep on stirring, or whisking, I should say. Always keep it moving. It'll take about 2 seconds. Then your grits will already start to, as you can tell, this is a whisk, already thickening up on you. So now I'm making cheese grits with these shrimp. I probably didn't say it at the beginning, but I love cheese grit. It's the only time I actually like cheese and seafood together. So I have about 4 ounces of shredded cheddar in here and 2 ounces of Kobe Jack cheese. And just like with the grits, I'm just gonna slowly incorporate and whisk at the same time. Get all my cheese to melt. Why I like to say this should be one of my favorite off-season meals. It's not exactly what you call healthy. It's gonna stick to your ribs though. So now I'm gonna take in 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna drop in, and then, I don't know if this is the northern part of me, I'm gonna take 3 ounces of cream cheese and drop it in as well. The cream cheese just makes these grits creamy. And who doesn't like creamy grits? Yeah. So now I can turn this heat off. And then all of our stuff to the side we'll incorporate back in. Take our sauteed bell peppers, onions, right back in. Get a nice mix on these. And then now, take back our andouille sausage. Gonna add that in. Now let's plate this up. So now, get these grits out of here. It's a nice little pour. That's what you want to see. A little thick, but still got a little run to them. Nice and creamy. If you know, you know. Get me a nice little healthy portion of grits in here. Then I'm gonna add my shrimp. Oh, dang it. Put them on however you want. I'm pretending like I'm fancy today. And then I'm just gonna top and finish with a little bit of green onion. Now, I might be biased, but I don't think you're gonna find better shrimp and grits than you find in Stevie's Kitchen. So I know I usually say this is the moment that y'all are waiting for, but this is the moment I'm waiting for. Get in here, give me a nice little spoonful of grits. Give me a minute. You know, someone who's from Indiana, grew up in Indiana, this dish right here gives me my Southern card. The vegetables have good texture to them. The shrimp's well cooked, has that slight Cajun flavor to it, and these grits are so creamy. It's the perfect dish. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever you want it. You're gonna wanna make these.